as of late what my energy practice is and what I do. I thought I would make a video. So I've tried to explain it in the past many times to people about energy and absorbing energy from the air and things like that, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Not only that, but just anything that has been sacred to me, things that have happened, stories and things like that. It's just, I think the biggest reason for that is that it's so hard is because some of the greatest things in the world are not to be heard by words, but to be heard by heart. And some of the most sacred things in the world that I've learned from Creator have come to me through here, and they remain in here. And it's really hard to tell people something through here that's in here. It's hard. And you know, some of those things you just have to feel, that you have to attain a sense of empathy, and just feel what I'm trying to say. And so try and do that with me now as I try to explain the energy. Try to open yourself up to learning something new, and especially with energy and things like this, one of the greatest things that can block you, one of the most strongest things that can block you is belief. And if you block yourself with the belief, you're not going to experience it. And so without any further ado, the first thing I always do in the morning, just for many reasons, but also to awaken the body and awaken the energy and the nerves and the electricity in your body, is stretching. I always try to awaken my muscles and awaken all of that, and just get the kinks out of your back. And you don't want to be working with energy and be distracted by sensations in your back and stuff like that. Pop your back and work all that stuff out first. Work with the physical body first, and then fill it with the energy. So after I stretch, then I try to change my frame of mind into a more meditative place, and I just call that grounding. And I think that's a good word for it, a good way for people to find what feeling I'm looking for there. And I just ground. Just connect with earth, all that is below, and then all that is above too. I'm trying to, at this point, attain a sense of empathy for all that is around me and all that is within me, and just open. It's kind of like this. A flower can't be pollinated, or any plant cannot be pollinated unless the flower opens itself. And if it doesn't open itself, it'll die. And that's just kind of how it is with energy or anything that you're really trying to accomplish in life. If you don't open and surrender to it, it's going to have a hard time seeing you or working with you in general. And energy is one of those things, at least for me. I was raised to believe that magic isn't real, or energy and all that, and there's just craziness. And then I learned, after I set everything down and I had a fresh slate, and I began to learn, Creator actually showed me what energy is and why it's so important to have it in my life. So I was surprised, and to say the least, I'm very happy to have it. But after you ground and have a sense of empathy, breath is the next step. The breath is so important with anything that you do, just obviously, but meditation, it connects you with air, and air is life. So is water, and air is part of water, but it runs through our veins, and we need that. And on another level, I feel like it sends us messages, and it's almost like the nerve pathways of Earth, and it carries seeds, it carries just it's endless. It carries energy as well. Energy is a big part of it. So if you want to work with energy, connect with the breath. So that's what I do. So I just take really big deep breaths to my fullest capacity and to my fullest exhale, and just really oxygenate your body and start connecting with the wind. And you'll see when I start doing this what starts happening when you really start to breathe and really focus on the breath. So another thing is to flood your body with consciousness. Be in the here and now. Ground yourself in the body and in the breath. And just flood your body with consciousness. Open up the ocean and just let the energy flood into you. It's not that you're trying necessarily to absorb the energy. It's allowing the energy to move into you. So as you breathe, you just relax and just let it happen, and just be open to that. And that intention alone is going to let that energy, and you'll feel it. What it feels like is almost like, at least for me, is like hearing the best song you've ever heard in your life. And that the tingling, the sensation that just rolls up your spine and just fills your body with profound life and happiness when you hear that, a great song. That's what it's like. That's what you're looking for, that tingling sensation. A lot of people will feel tingling in the hands and stuff like that. Also, another reason why I keep lifting my hands and moving my arms is it really helps with me to move the energy in certain parts of my body. Your hands, the nerves are connected to your heart. And the heart, despite popular belief, people think the heart is just an organ. It's not. The spiritual heart, it feels, it cries, it loves, it senses, it's really endless. It's a beautiful instrument, and especially for energy. So the hands are the same. They're the way that we touch the world and create in the world, and love and comfort. There's a lot of things that the hands can do. So that's why I use my hands. And as I lift them up like this, and I open myself up to Creator, and I lift my spirits, the energy of my body from my feet all the way to my head, I can feel that sensation that comes up. It floods all the way up as you breathe. As I come back down, the energy rains upon me, and I can feel it from my head to my feet. And fill my heart right here with just ecstatic energy. It's also good, a good anchor for your consciousness too, is to imagine or visualize the symbol of the infinite. I like to do that. I see the circle, and I hold on to that as well as my breath as anchors, so that I'm not distracted from any other kind of thing that's happening. You know, you can learn to meditate on a train or on a bus, or driving in the car, and just while you're walking around. Even, you know, you don't have to be sitting in a, you know, meditative posture all the time. If you wanna meditate and you wanna pray and you wanna feel energy and pull energy. Uh, so I like to see the circle and embody the circle. Connect with the air and your breath, and lift, and just open like a flower again. Open yourself up and just allow the energy to start moving through you naturally. It's already there. Even if you're not feeling and you're not aware of it, the energy is going to be moving through you, but you can also amplify it. You can also work with it, know it, and lift it. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. One more thing. Without anything else, just breathe. Breathing is the most important thing about this whole video. Is just breathe, the breath. That is what is going to give you so much energy alone. Learning to guide it and move it around is later, but this is the most important part. So I'm just breathe with me. It's really easy, but just stay with me here. To the fullest capacity. Okay, a little bit faster now. Now a little bit slower. Now just sense the magic in this stillness. Feel the magic in this stillness. See the magic in the stillness. And just be still. Just feel the energy. No greater joy in the world to me than that. It'll never get old for me. Maybe I'm just weird, but I love that. Hopefully you got a little something out of that, and hopefully it all makes sense. But if it doesn't, feel free to leave a comment for me, and I'll try and respond. Thank you. Dorna Dogawee.